Good morning everyone, welcome to my channel Bhhavya Astro. For all those who are new to the channel, do subscribe to it. Today we will be doing a very interesting topic, which is one of the doubts which I face regularly while doing consultations. Now, talking about a planet in debilitation means that, okay, this is a planet which is not good for me. This is a planet which is not going to give me anything in my life, and it is a planet responsible for all the problems of my life. And if I have a dasha running, or if I have antar dasha running, or my entire life, this is a planet which is going to give me major issues. So today I said, let me do something in which I can clarify this doubt that when exactly is the planet in debilitation going to give you results in a negative way or else a positive way, depending upon the time frame which you're going through. Now let's consider you are born with a planet which is in debilitation state in your lagna. Now lagna is the most important aspect of your chart. As I've always told you, the lagna is your head and the 12th house is your feet. So the most important aspect of your life is your lagna. Why? Because this is your overall self. It's your well-being. It is this region. If this is okay, all the other issues will be sorted out. Now say you have a planet in debilitation in your lagna, XYZ, whatever planet, let's take Mercury. So what will happen? This person, for some reasons, will not have a very good intellectual capability, the decision making power, the way he understands people or as the way he perceives things. It is the mind, it is the head region. So everything related to the head, the mind, the way this person thinks is going to be affected. This is what people would actually tell you. So you need to understand something. A planet is never fixed in one specific sign forever. Say you're born with a Mercury in Pisces in debilitation in your first house, and somebody, some great soul, quotes that this is the worst Mercury you could ever have on your chart. But now analyze your life. Does your life match all those aspects which I just told you? And many others. You can check Mercury in debilitation. There'll be a lot of things online. You can watch 120 videos and scare yourself. What is Mercury in debilitation? Or you could watch 100 videos and scare yourself. Write a journal with all the negativities. Read it every day. Chant that journal every day and create all the negativities just because you have Mercury in debilitation in your first house. Or say any of the houses. Say in the fifth house of your creativity, of your speculation, of your children, of your Lakshmi Sthana, Mercury is debilitated since birth. Very bad, it's horrible, I would say. I would just ask you one question. Are you healthy enough? Are you getting all the blessings and all the positivity of that aspect of life? Say fifth house. Are you blessed with good children? Are you blessed with children? It's okay if you're trying a child, it's getting delayed, all those things. There are many other aspects in there. Please leave Mercury alone. Do not be after one specific planet. Do you have issues with wealth? Do you have issues with creativity? If you have a problem with this specific house on your chart, the maximum, always, then you have a problem with the Mercury. If you feel, say Mercury is debilitated in the Lagna, but you feel you have a beautiful intellect, you're like qualified, highly qualified, money is not an issue, health is not an issue, everything is perfectly okay. So now what do you do with that journal which you have made? You watched hundreds of videos in which Mercury debilitation in Lagna, wherever it is located, is very, very bad. So you need to understand one point in your life. If you understand this, you will not scare a debilitation on your chart. I've seen the best of planets which are, in exaltation, giving a very big problem on the chart, and I've seen the worst of planets which are in, debilitation, or best of planets in their debilitation, giving excellent results, beautiful results. Now, why does it happen? You need to understand every planet does not stay still or else stay in one specific zodiac all life. Planets keep moving. There is nothing which can, keep a planet in one specific zodiac sign. Say when you were born, Mercury was in Pisces for that time, those odd number of days in a month, because it stays for a very short duration, not even a month in one zodiac sign, and then it moves on to the next zodiac sign. So at that time when you were born, Mercury was in the time, it was in the sign of debilitation, that spices in your lagna or your fifth house or your fourth house or your second house, any specific house, XYZ house. If you are facing problems with that specific chart, with that specific house, say yes, you're having issues with intellectual, some intellectual issues which are you're not being able to overcome, some neurological issues, communication issues, travel issues, every time, then you need to see if that Mercury is reflected, if that there is conjunctions, whether there are aspects on the first house by other planets, whether there are oppositions by other planets, whether you have something sitting in the exactly opposite house. If it's your first house rehabilitation of Mercury, see what do you have in the opposite house. That is what is present in the 6 number sign, in the Virgo sign where Mercury gets exaltation. See if you don't have something. See if you don't have a debilitated Venus sitting over there, aspecting. So there are a lot of aspects before you jump into a conclusion that this Mercury is bad or this planet is bad because it is in debilitation. However, every year you will realize there will be 1 month when you will be having troubles. That is when Mercury is transiting the sign of Pisces, or Mercury is signing the Pisces, he's transiting the Pisces sign in retrogression. So whenever you have this one critical month, like for example, you're born with an exalted sun. Now the same exalted sun will give you trouble when it goes in the sign of debilitation, that's Libra. Now this Mercury which is debilitated, in the sign of Pisces, in the year when it will be transiting its own sign like Gemini, or it will be creating a yoga with any other planets, or it will be transiting your 11th house, or it will be transiting its exaltation sign such as Virgo, or with a friendly planet, any kind of a yoga being created, then the same Mercury will become very positive. That is the reason why you are surviving and you are living, or else you would have not been able to live. If you have a planet present in the Lagna and it's going to torture you all your life, all 365 days and 24 hours, it is not that way. You need to understand a planet will only trouble you when it is in debilitation. When during its yearly transit it passes through debilitation, or if it is in an affliction by some other planet, or there is an opposition aspect on that planet. Until and unless these things are met, this criteria is met, the debilitation of a planet will not trouble you. Now, how will this debilitation of planet trouble you when it is going through a yearly gochar? What will activate this problem? There are times when even in the debilitation, when it's happening in the yearly transit, say you have a debilitated sun on your chart in your first house. And now, somewhere in the month, the Diwali season when sun goes in debilitation, that is October, November, you can check the Panchang and check it when sun going debilitated every year. That is in October or November, whenever Diwali falls. you will realize all the things related to that planet will be creating a problem. If it is sun, consumption of wheat, chapatis will give you a problem. Anything related to wheat like jaggery will give you a problem. Good. Now, if it is mercury, like we were talking about mercury, more consumption of green vegetables, eggs, hing, that will give you a problem. So, to avoid this, avoid doing that activity, taking in that planet for those number of days in the month. So, your overall, if you are going to have 90% problem, you just have a 40-45% problem. That 1 month will pass away because you're only thinking about that Mercury, which is debilitated in the Lagna. What about all the other planets? Where are they placed at that specific time? So whoever is carrying you that at birth this planet was bad, ask them what is the position of all the other planets. What about the, my rising sign? How is that placed? What about the nakshatra I am born in? What about the day nakshatra I am born in? What about the Lord about that nakshatra? So do not get scared when people scare you. And for all those who do not understand what's the ascendant, what's the lagna sign, what's retrogression, and what is debilitation, and what is all these technicalities which I've spoken about, to get in touch with us for a consultation. Thank you so much for watching.